excuses and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.
I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days. Wish I didn't drink all of that blast first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought. I felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon. We just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
Told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would have told me, babe, these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
Directors of this play. We put a lot of hard work and dedication into it. So please interact with the cast. You can laugh, you can cheer, all that. And you can also take pictures if y'all want to. Just make sure your flash is off and your phones are turned on silent. Enjoy the show.
sure, you frightened me half to death. I didn't hear you come in.
Wouldn't want to do that. There are so many better ways to die. Is everything ready?
Oui.
Good. Cook,
You called, sir?
everything on schedule?
Dinner will be ready at 7:30 sharp.
Good. Right on time. You have your instructions?
Oui.
Very well then. Let the game begin. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm not sure if I'm in
Yes, indeed, you're expected, Colonel.
How do you know who I
It is Colonel Mustard, is it not?
No, my name is Colonel.
I believe it's best tonight that you use a pseudonym.
Oh, no, thank you. I took an antihistamine before I came.
May I take your coat?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, my God.
Champagne.
Relax. Relax, Colonel. It's just the maid in the hall with a champagne cork.
This way, Monsieur.
All right. So is there anybody else coming to this party?
Indeed. I'll be with you in a moment.
Follow me, Colonel.
Don't mind if I
Do come in, madam. You are expected. Welcome.
Do you know who I am?
Only that you are a socialite to be known this evening as Mrs. White.
Yes. It said so in my letter. But why?
Allow me to introduce to you. This is the maid, Yvette. I see you two know each other.
We've never met.
Champagne.
I think not.
Please, warm yourself in the lounge.
Why? Do I look cold to you?
A bit.
Oh, hello.
Hi, pleased to meet you.
I'm rarely pleased to meet anyone. More?
Yes.
Bonjour, madame. Please come in from the ring.
Mrs. Peacock, I presume.
That's me.
Welcome. Cook, will you please take Mrs. Peacock's stone? I see you two know each other as well.
Don't be ridiculous. I've never seen this woman before in my life.
Champagne.
My lips belong to the Lord.
Please, make yourself comfortable in the lounge.
Thank you. Oh, and for your hospitality, there's a couple of Benjamins in there for you, butler.
How sticky.
I expect to be treated like the wife of
Hold
a
that thought. I'll be with you in a moment. After you, Miss Peacock.
Excuse me. Who are you? Welcome to the party.
This is turning out to be quite the crowd.
Is this the right place to meet a Miss Body?
No, not you, sir. Oh, sorry. Please, come in.
Excuse me. I suppose this letter has me rather anxious.
Quick, somebody get him a pseudonym.
You must be Mr. Green.
Yes, that's exactly who I am.
Welcome. This way.
Whoa, this isn't all I expected.
I find if you expect nothing, you're never disappointed.
Oh, I'm not disappointed.
1 moment, please.
Please arrive at 7:30 sharp on Saturday evening. Well, here I am.
Professor Plum.
If you say so.
Well, and I thought I'd seen everything.
Miss Scarlett, I didn't realize you and the professor were acquainted.
Oh, we're not. The bridge is washed out and my car broke down, so this professor offered me a ride.
I'm hoping she'll repay the favor one day.
Subtle. I didn't realize we were headed to the same place until we arrived.
How was your drive?
It's a long haul.
Indeed, it is a long haul, but it is a very large house. This way.
Say, what is this godforsaken place anyways?
This old place, this is Botty Manor. Cook, dinner,
Directly.
appetizers are in the lounge. After you.
Hors d'oeuvres, good. I'm starving.
Fine, I haven't much of an appetite at all.
My, this really is a party.
Well, greetings all. It's a pleasure for you to see me. Ooh, cocktail hour.
Oh, so many of you. I didn't realize how...
Good. You're all here. Colonel Mustard, Mrs. White, Mrs. Peacock, Professor Plum, Miss Scarlet, and Mr. Breen. Greetings, I am Wadsworth, the butler. Tonight, as many of you have surmised, no one is being addressed by their real name, a courtesy as which thine host has provided for your security. I suggest you follow her footsteps and refrain from revealing too much about yourselves this evening. You never know when... dinner.
Oh, sorry. I'm a bit clumsy, I suppose.
Dinner? That was more like a cocktail mint.
Mr. Wadsworth, you keep saying when. What?
Move! Ladies and gentlemen, we really aren't to keep the cook waiting. Cook can get very cranky. The dining room is right this way. Follow me. Your places. Please, be seated.
This sounds
All right, I think you sit right here. So this seat at the head of the table, is this where you sit?
Indeed, no, sir. I do not sit. I am merely a humble butler.
Then what do you do?
I buttle, sir. Thank you, cook.
All right, Wadsworth, what's all this about, this dinner party?
Ours not to reason why, ours what to do and die.
Die!
Merely quoting Miss Lord Amy Ackerson.
I've heard it myself. Do you like pickling, Colonel?
No, I don't eat cat food. So, where's our host and who are they?
All in good time, sir.
What's that smell? It smells amazing.
Shark fin soup.
My favorite.
I know. Bon appetit.
Yum, yum, yummy, yum, yum. I'm so sorry. Okay, well, I guess that's a good time to break the ice, or I'll be the one to get the ball rolling. I mean, I'm a great hostess. It's an integral part of my life as the wife of a... Oh, wait, I forgot we're not supposed to reveal too much about each other tonight, but if we're not supposed to do that, then how are we supposed to get to know each other? And you all seem like really fine people, and isn't this soup so good?
I know who you are.
You do?
I work in Washington.
Well, Washington, then you must be a politician's wife.
Yes, I am.
Who's your husband? I might know him.
Miss White, you've been awfully quiet. What does your husband do? Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, he just lies around on his back all day. How lazy.
Not necessarily. That'll be $5, mister.
I'm sorry?
Mr. Green, what do you do in Washington?
Oh, I better not say. I like to follow the rules around here.
Well, if I wasn't the one keeping the conversation going, then we'd all just be sitting here in embarrassed silence.
Are you afraid of silence, Miss Peacock?
No. Maybe. Why?
In my professional opinion, it seems that you suffer from something we call pressure of speech.
Is that an official diagnosis, Plum?
Are you a doctor, Professor?
In psychological medicine,
But do you practice?
not anymore, but I currently work for the government.
Another politician.
Not exactly. I do research for you know who.
Who?
The United Nations Organization, the World Health Organization.
Oh, you know who. It's an acronym.
That's crazy. I had a sister who was once a gymnast.
You're a real colonel, aren't you?
Sorry, sorry.
Aren't you going to mention the coincidence that you also live in Washington, Colonel?
How did you know that?
Oh, I've seen you around before.
So, Miss Scarlet, does this mean that you live in Washington too?
Sure do.
So does anyone here not live in Washington?
Oh, then this is about the Red Scare.
I'm not a communist. I'm a Republican.
Wadsworth, I've had about enough of this. Where's our host and why have we been brought here?
Speaking of the devil, pardon me.
Hey, I have an idea.
Ah, yes, good thinking, Miss Scarlet. What are we doing?
The acoustic coupling between the door and the glass allows sound waves to travel from one side to the other.
All of the guests have arrived as expected, madam. Everything is going according to plan. We'll meet you in the study.
Did I mention how good this soup is?
Yeah. It's great soup.
All right, Wadsworth, who is at the door? I want to know.
Can I interest any of you in some fruit or dessert?
No.
In that case, might I suggest we adjourn to the study for coffee and brandy. At which point, your newly arrived host will make her intentions known to you, your letters will be explained, and the game will be afoot. Thank you, Yvette. That'll be all.
Oui, monsieur.
What? So many flowers.
Well, where is our host?
She's not here. Nobody's here. What is going on, Wadsworth?
Cigarette? It'll calm your nerves.
I do not smoke.
For Wadsworth, open after dinner. It's for you.
Right then. Are you comfortable?
Comfortable, I'm rich.
Oh, out with it, Wadsworth.
Ladies and gentlemen, these instructions are clear.
I'm glad something is.
It seems the 6 of you have all received the same letter. It will be to your advantage to be present on a certain evening because a certain Mrs. Botty will bring a certain end to a certain long-standing and painful financial liability. As it turns out, you all have one thing in common.
That bastard McCarthy, we're all being blacklisted, aren't we?
Close, Colonel. You're all being blackmailed. Until you received your letters, you hadn't known who was blackmailing you. But now I'm certain that even the least discerning amongst you, Danny Smith, has determined that the man or the woman behind your ransom is Mrs. Botty herself.
Who is this Mrs. Body, you English dweeb?
Who Mrs. Botty is no concern of yours. Suffice it to say, she is a supporter of the House Un-American Activities Committee, and she finds your activities have been decidedly un-American. Ladies and gentlemen, my task this evening is to expose your secrets to each other, rendering you all culpable in each other's indiscretions.
But we hardly know each other.
Precisely.
Won't you spare us this humiliation?
I'm afraid I have no choice. We'll start with you, Professor Plum.
Ooh, this ought to be good.
It says here that you were once a professor in psychiatry, studying lying lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, but I work for the government now.
So your work has not changed.
Oh, you need a pseudonym for that burn.
But you can't practice with medicine anymore, can you? Your license has been lifted, correct?
Wow, what'd he do?
You know what male doctors aren't supposed to do with their lady patients?
Yeah?
Well, he did.
She couldn't help falling in love with me. I can't help I'm this irresistible.
You're disgusting.
Are you making moral judgments, Miss Peacock?
Well, I'm just saying.
How then do you justify taking bribes in return for delivering Senator Peacock's votes to certain lobbyists?
My husband is a paid consultant. There's nothing sinful about that.
Not if it's publicly declared, but if you're slipping cash under the star toward E-Hall, how would you describe that transaction?
I'd say it stinks.
Why were you in the E-Hall bathroom?
So it's true.
No, it's a vicious lie.
But you've been paying our dear friend the blackmailer for over a year now to keep that story out of the papers.
Well, see, I'm willing to believe you. I too am being blackmailed for something I didn't do.
So am I.
I'm not.
You're not being blackmailed?
Oh, I'm being blackmailed, all right, but I did what I'm being blackmailed for.
Well, what did you do?
I run my own business. That's not a crime. You didn't ask what kind of business I run.
Okay, what kind of business do you run?
I provide gentlemen with the company of a young lady.
An escort service in Washington? How interesting.
I'm sure some people just get a little lonely.
A man who needs to pay to spend time with a woman, that's a problem I'll never have.
Is that how you knew Colonel Muscle works in Washington? Is he one of your clients?
Certainly not.
I was asking Miss Scarlett.
Will you tell him that's not true?
That's not true.
Is that true?
No, it's not true.
Aha! So it is true.
A double negative.
A double negative? You mean you got photographs?
That sounds like a confession to me, Colonel. In fact, these negatives have led to a proof positive. I'm afraid you gave yourself away.
Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests?
You don't need any help from me, Colonel. And as it turns out, you hold a sensitive security post in the Pentagon. These negatives will most certainly compromise that position.
And what position exactly were you caught in, Colonel?
This is an outrage.
Let's see, who is next? Ah, Mrs. White. You've been paying the blackmailer ever since your husband died under mysterious circumstances.
Say what you want. I didn't kill him.
Then why are you paying the blackmail?
I don't want another scandal, do I?
Another?
We had a very humiliating confrontation. He threatened to kill me in public. Why would he want to kill you in public?
I believe he had threatened in public to kill her.
It was all over the papers.
And yet, he was the one who died. Not you, Mrs. White. Not you.
He was found dead at home, unclothed. His head had been cut off, and so it is, you know.
Oh!
I didn't do it. I'd been out all evening at the movies.
What was showing?
The naked alibi.
A likely story.
But he was your second husband. Your first also disappeared.
That was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
He wasn't a very good illusionist.
And lastly, Mr. Green, who is
I
head.
don't need you to unmask me, Wadsworth. I know what you're going to say about me.
And what would that be?
Mr. Green, who is an Adamsville alumni.
Not me.
I beg your pardon?
You asked who is an Adamsville alumni. I said not me. Blech.
Everyone knows birds aren't real.
All right, yes, thank you. But there's more to it than that, Mr. Green.
How do you mean?
There's evidence to support the question of your politics.
My politics? Since when is working for the Republican Party a crime?
You swore an oath of allegiance to the Republican Party, but failed to vote for Danny Smith in the last election. That's grounds for an ousting if there ever were one.
But voting records are confidential.
Everything has its price, Mr. Green.
So, there you have it.
Have what?
A lascivious doctor, a crooked senator's wife, a disloyal Republican, and so forth. Not exactly adhering to an all-American standard of behavior, now are you?
Depends on who you ask.
But if this body woman's such a noble civilian, then why didn't she just report us to the authorities herself?
And give up the opportunity to make a buck? Come now, Professor. What could be more American than that?
High gas prices.
Mr. Wadsworth, you mean to tell me that we're being blacklisted by a renegade McCarthyist? Where does that leave us?
Where is this Mrs. Body, anyway?
And what does she want from us?
Who cares? I'm not staying around to find out. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Peacock. You can stay in denial, but you cannot leave this house.
I am the wife of a great senator. You cannot tell me what to do. It's locked.
Indeed, all of the doors are locked, the windows are barred, and the grounds are patrolled by vicious dogs. There's no way out.
You can't get this out!
Ladies and gentlemen! Allow me to introduce your host for the evening and your blackmailer for life, Mrs. Botty.
Mrs. White in the study with her knee.
Thank you. I know how to take a person down.
There's one more piece of information you might like to know.
What?
The police will be here in less than an hour.
The police?
Unless
what?
you agree to double down.
And why would we do that?
Because if you don't, I'll put this suitcase with all of its wrongdoings in the hands of the police, the press, and the House Un-American Committee. With the right spin, those fellas can make a commie out of anyone. I think some of you would face a lifetime of jail and others a lifetime of shame.
Unless what?
Well, there is one thing you could do for me tonight that would just change the entire game. Something I just can't bear to do myself.
What?
Have a seat, please.
Is it alright if I sit here? My feet hurt.
No, we've already done this.
No! Ah! Sorry. Little accident, bro. I'm terribly sorry.
What is this about, madam?
In this suitcase, there are 6 packages that I think our guests might find amusing this evening.
Packages?
Presents, if you will. I'm a generous sort of lady.
Are you?
Wadsworth, will you see to that each guest receives a gift?
Certainly.
Anyone want to make a guess as to what's in your boxes?
6. An engagement ring, a signed autograph of Vincent Paris.
Any day now, Wadsworth.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm distracted by Miss Cynthia Bertram.
Please open them.
A candlestick? What's this for?
A wrench? A lead pipe?
A dagger.
A revolver?
Wait, it's a rope.
In your hands, you each have a lethal weapon. You all came tonight because you believe that the evidence against you was so terrible that you'd do anything to keep that a secret. I'm putting that theory to the test.
You are?
Mr. Wadsworth here is the only other person who knows all of your secrets, and it's costing us all dearly to keep him quiet.
What do you mean?
Well, I wouldn't have to double your payments if I didn't have to pay Mr. Wadsworth for his silence.
Wadsworth!
That's a lie.
He may look suave and charming,
Thank you.
but he's conniving and manipulative.
False.
Why do you think he's called the police?
You called the police?
Only because she instructed me to do so.
Did I? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can manage to get rid of Mr. Wadsworth, I'll have no need to increase your blackmail or expose you to the police.
Get rid of?
Does she mean kill him?
In fact, if you can eliminate Wadsworth,
Yes, I think that's what she means.
who not only knows all of your secrets and also mine, then I will eliminate your blackmail altogether and be done with this business once and for all.
You would never.
Well, why make us do it, Body? Why don't you go do your dirty work yourself?
Yeah!
Why should I when the 6 of you are completely armed and capable?
What a girl boss.
After all I've done for you. Don't listen to her. She is a liar. I am one of you. I am being blackmailed as well. I am not a butler. I am an indentured servant.
A familiar refrain. Don't make a scene, Wadsworth. It's over. The police are already on the way. Now pretend the only way for you to end your blackmail and avoid finding yourselves on the front pages of the Courier is for one of you to kill Wadsworth. Now!
It's Mrs. Body.
Is she breathing?
Stand back. I'm an actual doctor, unlike Mr. Vincent Parrish. She's dead.
Who had the gun?
I did.
So you shot her?
I did it.
So then who did?
Somebody grabbed it from my hand, and the next thing I knew, there was a shot.
Wait. There's no gunshot wound.
He's right, there isn't.
Look, there's a bullet lodged here.
Good eye, Miss Bartlett.
Well, if the bullet's over there, then how'd she die over here?
Well, I don't know. Just because I knew she was dead doesn't mean I know how she died.
Something else must have killed her.
One of us must have killed her.
Well, don't look at me. I didn't do it. Who am I
I
to
didn't
do it?
drink.
Maybe Miss Brandy was poisoned by the brandy.
Poison!
There, Mr. I'm sure they'll be just fine. Yes,
Well then, was the brandy poison?
How should I know?
I guess now we'll never know.
Unless she dies too.
The screams are coming from the billiard room. Yvette?
Wait!
Yvette, are you all right?
No!
Yvette, are you alive?
Of course I'm alive, you idiot! No thanks to you, Wadsworth. We've been locked in this house with a murder.
So the murderer is here.
Where?
Where? Here. We're all looking at him. Or her.
What took you so long?
I'm an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned and then smacked. It's amazing I'm anywhere.
Plus, I heard you all in the study. One of you is a killer.
Well, how could you hear us in Z study?
Because I was listening. I have a tape recorder inside the bedroom connected to the study. Monster Body asked me to record your conversation.
And why would she do that?
For more evidence, of course. Wadsworth revealed all your secrets in the study. Now they are all recorded.
Oh, what a snake. Where are those tapes? I have to destroy them.
Who cares about the tapes? What about the body?
What body?
Body's body!
Oh, body's body.
But Yvette, why were you screaming in there all alone?
Because I was frightened. I also drank some of the cognac. Maybe I am poisoned too. Plus, one of you is a killer. Monsieur Body is dead.
We have to figure out which one of them did it.
What do you mean, which one of them?
Well, I didn't do it.
Well, one of you did. I would have killed him myself, but I didn't have access to a weapon.
Don't look at me. All I had was a candlestick.
Well, then maybe one of us didn't do it.
Well, who else could it have been?
Who else is in the house?
Only the cook.
Well, as far as I can tell, the cook's not here.
What a lovely kitchen. You know, me and my husband had a kitchen like this in our first brownstone. Really makes you feel at home, doesn't it?
No.
It's the cook.
With a dagger in her back.
Someone must have killed her.
I didn't do it.
This makes two.
Two what?
Murders.
I hate murder.
I think you better explain yourself, Wadsworth.
Me?
Yes, you. Who else wants to kill the cook?
Dinner wasn't all that bad.
How can you make jokes at a time like this?
It's my defense mechanism.
Some defense. If I were the killer, I'd kill you next. I said if. There's only one admitted killer here, and it's Mrs. White.
I've admitted nothing.
You paid the blackmail. How many husbands have you had?
Mine or other women's.
Yours?
5.
5?
Yes, just 5. Husbands should be like Kleenexes. Soft, strong, and disposable.
Well, then who had the dagger?
It was Miss Pinkham!
I put it down!
Where?
In the study. And any one of you could have picked it back up. Then it must have been Mr. Green.
Did somebody please help me?
By coldness. Help him up.
You really ought to learn to speak up for yourself better, Mr. Green.
Gentlemen, might I suggest you take the cook's body into the study?
And why would we do that?
For starters, when the police arrive and find this, we'll all be arrested for suspicion of murder.
Murder?
And secondly, I'm the butler. I like to keep the kitchen tidy.
Nobody. Mrs. Body's body, it's gone. Maybe she wasn't really dead.
She was.
We should have made sure.
I thought I had.
So was she dead or wasn't she?
Maybe she was dead, but someone moved her.
Why would someone move her?
And who would do such a thing?
How should I know?
Well, if she's not here, then where is she?
Oh my, all this excitement. Is there a little ladies' room that I could use?
Oui, madam.
I just need to powder my nose, actually.
There's a toilet outside the bedroom.
Oh, I don't mean to alarm anybody, but we currently have the small issue of 2 dead bodies, 1 missing, 1 present, and the imminent arrival of the police.
The bridge is washed out, so that should buy us some extra time. But I don't want extra time. I want the police to arrive. We're attracted to this house as a murderer.
Well, once the police get here, the rest of us are doomed.
Wadsworth, am I right in thinking that we're the only people in this house?
No.
Then there is someone else in the house.
Oh, sorry, I said no meaning yes.
No meaning yes?
Yes.
Just give me a straight answer. Is there somebody in the house?
No.
No, there is or no, there isn't?
Yes.
There seems to be some confusion about whether or not we're the only people in the house.
There isn't.
There isn't any confusion or is there anybody else in the house?
Either, both.
Just give me a clear answer.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Is there somebody else in the house?
No!
That's what he says, but does he know?
Look, we've got the missing dead body of Mrs. Body, a cook with a dagger in her back, and all these easily accessible weapons. The rope, the revolver, the candlestick, the wrench, and hey, where's the lead pipe?
It's Miss Bonnie! She's attacking us! Oh dear God! She's so bloody!
Well, obviously she's dead.
That's what you said the last time?
I believe in second chances.
Mrs. Balti? Dead? Again?
I think I'm gonna faint.
I'll catch you. Sorry.
Miss Peacock,
Yes.
where did this happen?
In the bathroom. I opened the door and there she was. It was like someone had propped her up, just waiting to fall. I thought she was attacking me.
Who would do such a thing?
Takes a lot of guts to kill somebody twice.
That's what we call overkill.
But why?
What's the difference?
Makes a difference to her.
Makes a difference to us. We've got to find out who killed her, where, and with what.
Seems like it was probably a lead pipe.
10 points, Professor Plum.
What kind of game are you playing, Wadsworth?
This isn't a game.
You! The lead pipe belonged to you!
But I dropped it while running in the kitchen.
People don't just drop murder weapons.
I didn't know it was a murder weapon when I dropped it.
So, any one of us could have picked it up.
Yes, of course, but who picked up the lead pipe? Who picked up the lead pipe and brutally murdered Mrs. Botty, leaving her for dead and broken all over the floor? Who did that? Who?
Bullet Butler! While you're over there losing your marbles, I'm over here trying to do something useful. Have you all forgotten about the evidence against us?
The evidence!
Body's briefcase is locked.
There must be a key.
That is correct. Mr. Green, would you be so kind as to reach into the pockets of Miss Botty so that we may attain the key to the evidence, so that we may destroy said evidence once and for all?
But why me?
Well, why not?
Where'd you get that?
I don't like germs.
Or fingerprints?
No, mostly it's really just germs. Oh God, it's so warm. Ah, got it!
Give it here. It's empty.
Empty?
Then where's all the evidence?
I told you Potter was a liar. And the evidence in my briefcase, my foot.
We must find that evidence.
And destroy it.
Evidence against us aside, first things first, we're in a room with 2 dead bodies.
And the cops are on their way.
Let's move the bodies to the couch so they look less dead.
Some party this is turning out to be.
Good battlefield technique, Professor Plum. Never leave a man behind.
Dead bodies are heavier than they look, aren't they?
They sure are.
I wouldn't know.
Right, me neither. Here, prop her up. Good, they just look asleep.
Forget about the bodies. Have you all forgot about the room full of murder weapons and the homicidal maniac on the loose?
I have an idea. We'll put the weapons in a bag.
And what good will that do?
Then we'll zip up the bag.
Most murderers know how zippers work, Mr. Wadsworth.
I know, but then we'll put the bag in a safe.
Great idea. Where's the safe?
In the hole.
I don't see a safe.
Is that an original Caleb Shank, Mr. Wadsworth?
Those are quite valuable. Now is not the time for art appreciation. Butler, where's the safe?
A hidden safe behind the portrait aboriginal.
There! Locked.
Voila!
So then what are you going to do with the key?
I'll put it in my pocket.
But what if you're the murderer?
I'm not.
But what if you are?
Fine. I have an idea. We'll throw it outside.
Oui, à l'extérieur.
But it's raining at the exterior.
I'm not suggesting that we go outside. I'm suggesting that we stay inside and I'll throw away the key.
But you would have to open the door to throw away the key.
I would.
But what if the murderer's outside?
Better out than in.
Exactly. We want to keep him out. If we open the door, we risk letting him back in.
But maybe if we open the door, then we would encourage the killer to go out.
The killer seems to be doing a fine job of opening and closing doors all by himself. I don't see why opening the door for one tiny second will make any sort of a difference.
But if we open the door and throw away the key and the killer catches it, then the killer will have a key that we're trying to confiscate.
We're overthinking this. I'm going to throw away the key. Follow me.
She didn't look like a killer.
Takes one to know one.
Leave her to me. I'm a master interrogator. How do you do?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb the household, but my car broke down out here and I was wondering if I could use your phone.
Are you a killer?
What? No.
All right, then, right this way.
Thank you. Well, where is it?
Where's what, the body?
The phone. What body?
No, there's nobody. There's nobody.
Right, there's nobody in the study.
No, that phone's been disconnected. I do believe there's one in the lounge. This way.
Alrighty then.
Through here.
Thank you.
All right, she's locked in the lounge. Now, my task is twofold. 1, find the evidence. 2, find the murderer.
We got one potential suspect locked in the lounge, but that leaves the whole rest of this place up for grabs. Who knows what's behind all these doors?
I say we handle this in proper military fashion. We split up and search the house.
Split up.
Yes, they split up into pairs.
But if we split up into pairs, whichever one of us is paired with the killer might get killed.
Voulez-vous coucher avec toi?
But then we'll know who the killer is.
But then one of us would be dead.
This is war, Peacock. Casualties are inevitable. You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. Any good cook will tell you that.
But look what happened to the cook.
Colonel, are you willing to take that chance?
What choice do we have?
None.
I suppose you're right.
All right, troops, divide and conquer. I'll split us up. Eeny, meeny, miny.
No. Mrs. White, you come with me. Professor Plum, you are with Miss Peacock. Mr. Green, you are with Yvette. And Miss Scarlet, you're with Eeny Meeny. Now,
But what if one of us doesn't come back?
we'll remember you fondly. Now, leave no door unopened and cherish your partner. This might be the last person you ever see. Now go. Wait! We've got 6 suspects, 2 murders, and the police will be here in about 10 minutes, giving us just enough time for a break. We'll be right back. That's why I'm nervous.
Why? It's just us. We're alone.
That's just it, Mrs. White. No man in their right mind would ever want to be alone with you or Vivian Riddle.
Fine. You go in there and I'll go in here. Well, are you going in?
Yes, yes. Are you?
Yes.
Right. On the count of 3. 1, 3.
Nothing but dead bodies in that room.
Nothing in this room either.
Shall we search the ballroom?
After you.
This is quite an impressive library.
How are we supposed to find anything when we don't even know what we're looking for?
Huh. Civilized society is perpetually menaced by disintegration to its primary hostility of men towards one another.
Your fancy words don't intimidate me, Professor.
I take no credit, Miss Peacock. Freud, I think he's on to something.
Now is not the time to be reading. We're supposed to find the evidence.
It's a fruitless search if you ask me. I mean, it's not like we're just going to walk into one of these rooms and find the evidence plastered all over the wall.
I guess you're right.
Come on, let's go upstairs. Maybe we'll be excited about something in a bedroom.
I haven't been excited about something in a bedroom in years.
I'm a little nervous. I'm at that big house on the hill, and I've been locked in the lounge. I didn't expect there to be a whole group of people here, and I think they're having some sort of party. Yeah, and I think one of them is my customer, my regular Tuesday night passenger.
Oh, there you are.
You'll never guess what I found when I was searching the hall. Professor Plum's stupid tobacco pot.
Huh, what do you think that means?
I don't know, but it's suspicious if you ask me.
I just did.
Honest to God, Colonel.
Where are we anyways?
Search me.
All right.
Hey! Get your mitts off me. It's just an expression.
I'm sorry, Miss Scarlett. I'm afraid I struggle with nuance.
This is the last room left to search in this beastly mansion, and we still haven't found the evidence?
I think this time has been productive, nevertheless.
Aren't you an optimist?
You're a brave and determined lady, Miss Scarlett. I mean, I've really enjoyed our time together. It's just been a lovely group overall. And I guess I would like to hear Miss White's story on how she lost her veil in the billiard room, but...
You found White's veil in the billiard room? Odd.
Odd?
Odd. A trap door. A trap door leading to a secret passage. Come on.
Ladies first, Miss Scarlett.
How heroic.
Hey, where are we now?
I know, the lights are on.
Well, turn them on.
I would if I could see anything.
Well, I'm going to feel my way around.
Don't get any funny ideas.
A table?
A telephone?
A chair?
A body?
Ah! A body! Help! Murder! Murder! Let us in! Let us in! Let us out! Let us out! We can't let you out. The door to the lounge is locked.
You had the key, Wadsworth.
That's right. I do. I do. No, I don't. It's gone. Gone.
I have an idea.
There's no alternative. I'm just going to have to break it down. Stand back. I'm a doctor.
Stand back. I'm a woman.
What was that?
Help!
Murder! Murder!
I will help you. Okay. You can come out now. Don't shoot at you. The door is open.
Why were you shooting at us?
Open the door.
You could have killed us.
I said stand back.
Say, Frenchie, where'd you get that gun anyways?
Just say, it was unlocked.
Unlocked! Impossible. I have the key. No, I don't. It's gone.
Gone! Not to beat a dead horse, but I think having a key to the safe in your house is really important.
I thought you'd say you'd throw away the key to the safe, Wadsworth.
I did say that, but I didn't do that. We got distracted by the mirrors, and one of you must have stolen it from my pocket when we were searching the manor.
So whoever took the keys, the killer.
Precisely.
Speaking of killers, there's a dead body in the lounge, you know. The motorist is dead.
Well, which one of you killed her?
We found her together.
And she was already dead.
But the door of the lounge was locked.
We found a secret passageway when we were searching the conservatory.
A secret passage. Who designed this place?
John Strickland.
It's the police.
Quick, the gun. Calm down. It's not the police.
It's the police!
I'm going to open the door.
No!
It's the decent thing to do.
Oh my God, what is this?
Open the door or I'm going to throw rocks at your windows! You don't remember me!
Jeez! Good evening, sir.
Good evening, officer. We've been expecting you.
You have?
You haven't?
I got a tip about an abandoned car at the gates of this house. At any rate, did a motorist stop by for help by any chance?
No.
Yes.
There seems to be some disagreements. At any rate, can I come in and use your phone?
No.
Well, of course you may, sir. There's a phone in the lounge.
Out of order.
Of course. My mistake. You can use the phone in the study.
Occupied.
If you excuse me, sir, I do believe there is a phone in the library. This way. You're all acting rather peculiar. It's because our chandelier fell down.
Beautiful.
God, it could have killed us, but thankfully the maid will clean it up. Well, that's all well and good, but what's going on in the lounge and study? Oh, lounging, studying, what? Can I take a look? No, thank you. This way. Actually, I'd like to take a look around. Well, of course, officer, of course. Let me give you a grand tour of Botti Manor. Now, this home was built by Lord Renegade Botti in 1784.
We've got to cover our tracks and get rid of this guy.
Lord Botti had been declared Lord Botti after discovering an anti-Botti that would save everybody. Now, notice the mahogany floor, crafted especially by Lord Botti in 1787. Now, did you know the first use of mahogany wood was for building canoes? Canoe? What? Canoe, sir. Hey, where'd those weirdos go? What? This way. Now, notice the brass doorknobs, crafted especially by Lord Botti in 1789. And listen, I don't care about your doorknobs, Alfred. Something funny's going on around here. What's going on in those two rooms? Oh, it's two rooms. The lounge and the study. Oh, those two rooms. Yes. Of course, yes. Oh, yes, those two rooms, yes. Yes. No, officer, I don't believe you should go in there. Why not? It's all too shocking. I'm going there anyway, butler.
Hello, officer. Welcome to the party.
Hey, baby. Excuse me.
You are excused.
Pardon me.
Good night, officer.
Good night. I love you. Well, that wasn't all too shocking, mister. Why didn't you tell me those guys were just having a party? My apologies, sir. Well, I'm gonna go check the lounge. Good evening.
Evening, officer. How do you do?
Are these my
What is it? Killed if you do, killed if you don't.
What? Have a lovely evening, officer.
Now, I can explain everything. No, except for the dance moves, none of that was illegal. Really? Yeah, this is America, and that was the pursuit of happiness, and honestly, I do all of that every night. Can I use your phone now? Well, of course, officer, of course. The library. Finally. All right, you can come out now. Well done, all of you, well done. I must say, my father will not be mad or disappointed.
You dirty dog.
I've locked him in the library.
How'd you do that? I thought you didn't have the key.
I didn't have my right pocket keys, but my left pocket keys are intact. Now, let us finish searching the manor. The police are on their way.
But the police already came.
Not the broken down car police, the criminal investigation police.
Precisely. Now we must find the evidence, and we can't afford to have any more murders. This is getting dangerous. Now go.
Hello? Hello? Power go out? Must be the storm.
Hello? It turns out it's nice. Hello? Oh, it's only you. I thought you were the killer.
Hello? Hello? Did somebody cut the line or is it just T-Mobile?
Oh, did you find a clue? What is that in your hand?
Hello? Hello? Chief? Oh, finally. Yeah, Chief. I came across this abandoned car at the gates of this mansion and the power just went out. I'm telling you, something funny's going on around here. It's just like John Garrett's birthday parties. And you'll never believe who I just saw. No!
Sounds like a telephone is off the hook.
Sounds like it's coming from the library. That's where the killer must be.
I'm going in.
Wait, aren't you afraid?
Of what, a fate worse than death?
No, just death. Excuse me, Mr. Cop. Is there anything you need assistance with? A telephone, perhaps?
Listen up, Copper. If the butler asks you a question, you're going to hang up the phone or I will.
We should be safe here in the burial room.
I don't feel safe.
I can't even relax.
Girls just wanna have fun.
3 murders in 3 minutes.
That's our best record.
3 murders.
6 altogether.
Mrs. Body, the cook, the cop, the motorist, Yvette, and now the singing telegram girl.
But who is the killer?
Ain't that the $1 million question?
Sometimes the most obvious answer is right under our noses. I suggest we retrace our steps from the evening and start from the very beginning. It all started like this. At the start of the evening, there was lightning, thunder, the dogs barked, ding dong, Colonel Mustard, ding dong, Mrs. White, who noticed Yvette, ding dong, Mrs. Peacock, who noticed the cook, ding dong, Mr. Breen, sit, no, not you, sir, ding dong, Professor Plum and Miss Scarlet. Then we heard dinner is served to the dining room. Shark fin soup. Yummy, 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 yum, my favorite. The flames are melting off my tongue. That's when Mrs. Potty arrived, and we all went to the city. That's when. Who is this body butler, you English dweeb? How do you do? And then Mrs. Potty asked me to pass out the packages. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. And that's when. A snake! Now it's a rope. And then Mrs. Potty switched off the lights. And Potty was dead. But not really. Really, she was alive. And we didn't know it. That's when Mrs. Peacock drank her drink. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
It was just a G.I. Jane.
That's when we heard. To the barrel room. And then Colonel Mustard asked, "You bet you alive?" And then Mrs. White asked,
Who else is in the house? To which we all replied, Senor! To the kitchen! And we found her knife in the back. Well, somebody help me. I suggested we take the cook's body into the study. Let's go! And Botty's body was gone! That's when Mrs. Botty, this Mrs. Peacock entered with Botty on her body because Botty had been lodged in her bean. The briefcase! Empty! Next, the murderess arrived. Are you a killer? And so I locked her in the lounge, dead. Next, your expected cop showed up. You're acting rather peculiar. Can you canoe? Dead! Next, the maid got strangled in the burial room. Dead! And then finally, we just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Boom! Dead! Which brings us to now.
Bravo!
Impressive, Wadsworth.
But what does it prove?
Nothing. Well,
I'm tired of this. I know who the killer is.
you do?
I do.
Well, go on, Miss Scarlett. We're listening.
It was Professor Plum in the hall with the revolver.
Liar!
We all heard the gun go off, Professor. What were you doing? Scoping out your best vantage point to kill your next victim? I bet that poor singing telegram girl was a patient of yours, right?
I've never seen that girl before in my life. It wasn't me.
Well, the revolver is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever has the gun is the murderer.
Well done, Wadsworth! You won't be able to prove anything if you're all dead.
That may be so, Professor Plum, but if we're alive...
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John Brown come for you?
There is your man.
Hands up, scumbag!
Jigs up. Well done, Wadsworth.
That's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. I'm handcuffed, chief of police. Professor Plum, you're coming with me.
That's not how it happened. It happened like this. It was Colonel Mustard in the lounge with the wrench.
I never lounge.
I found your Medal of Honor in the lounge where Moses was killed by a wrench to the head, and that wrench belonged to you.
That's a lie.
Well, the wrench is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever has the wrench is the murderer.
Well done, Wadsworth!
Officers, there is your man. Not a kernel of truth in him.
Well done, Wadsworth.
That's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Guilty verdict, chief of police. Colonel Mustard, you're coming with me.
It happened like this. It was Mrs. White in the billiard room with the rope.
I'd rather die.
I found Dravel in the billiard room, and I saw how you cringed tonight when Yvette served you dinner.
Yes, it's true. I knew Yvette. She had a torrid love affair with my late husband. I hated her. I hated her so much. The flames on the side of my face, breathing, heaving breaths. But just because I hated her does not mean I killed her.
Well, the rope is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever has... Oh!
Well done,
Well
Wadsworth!
done, Wadsworth.
That's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Mark my words, chief of police. Mrs. Watt, it happened like this. It was Miss Peacock in the kitchen with the dagger. I found your feather by the corpse.
Well, the dagger is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies, it's...
Well done, Wadsworth. That's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm
That's
saying
my
it now.
line. Thank you much.
I'm very detached.
Chief of Police.
But that's not how it happened.
It happened like this.
Miss Scarlet in the library with the candlestick.
You can't prove anything.
Well, frankly, Miss Scarlet, I don't give a rip. So, it really happened like this. I know who the murderer is.
You do?
Yes, all of you. Nobody move. You're all killers.
You can't prove anything, Wadsworth.
I'm not Wadsworth. I'm Mr. Body.
But how can you be Mr. Body if Mrs. Body bled all over me?
It wasn't Body who was bleeding.
Well, if Body wasn't Body, then who was she?
She was Wadsworth, my butler.
Well, if you're Mr. Body and she was Wadsworth, what was your point in dragging all of this out?
Well, when you started murdering people, I decided to roll the dice. See if you self-implode. Kill off my entire network of spies and informants, which you all did splendidly, by the way, generously leaving every single one of your fingerprints on every door, glass, and dead body. So now I have each and every one of you on the hook for murder.
Murder?
Petty crimes for blackmail is one thing, but murder, woo! That could get expensive.
But why this whole charade?
The searching of the house? The madness of retracing our steps?
It was all part of the game.
Game?
Yes, I'm relaxed now, you see. Now that you've killed off everyone who had evidence against me, I've gotten away scot-free.
But you'll never get away with this. The cops will be here any minute.
You didn't call the police, did you?
They were never on their way.
Now listen up, you reprobates. We're gonna stack the bodies in the cellar and leave Body Manor one at a time and forget any of this ever happened.
I can't forget all this.
With murder on the menu, the price of blackmail has now tripled.
Forgotten.
Now move.
Wait, there's no bullets left in that gun.
You think I'm gonna fall for that old trick?
It's not a trick. There was one shot at Mrs. Body, 2 at the chandelier, 2 at the door, and 1 at the singing telegram girl.
That's not 6.
Yeah, it is. That's 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
No. Only one shot went into the chandelier. So that's 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1.
No, my dad taught me math at the kitchen table. I think it's 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
Well, your dad was not a good math teacher. Well, fine. 1 plus 2 plus... Shut up! Point is, there's one bullet left in this gun, and anyone who moves is gonna get...
So, you're just going to keep blackmailing us and we're also supposed to pretend that this never happened?
Sure.
Why not?
I'll tell you why not. Larry Goodman, FBI! The jig is up!
Or is it?
Missed me!
You're FBI?
Apparently I'm a dead ringer for Green. He got a letter just like each of you, but he came to the Bureau to ask for help. I took his place tonight so we could have a sting operation.
Some sting. 6 people died tonight.
I usually work the desk. My beat is property crime, you know? Theft, fraud. That's why I was so tickled when the real Wadsworth risked her neck to drop off a whole briefcase worth of evidence last night.
You've had the evidence this whole time?
It's all here. Miss Scarlett's books including client names and dates of service, proving she's one of DC's top madams and justifying why she killed the cop who's listed here on her payroll.
Get that.
Oh, well, what's this?
Ooh, and a love letter addressed to Professor Plum.
That's private property, mister.
Read it.
No, don't.
Ah. That singing telegram girl was the daughter of the head of the you-know-who. Who would have come clean to Daddy? Who would have cleaned out Professor Plum so you killed her?
Now see here.
Ah! And these negatives, Colonel. Quite the regular Miss Scarlet's establishment. Bet you couldn't be a colonel anymore if that motorist had informed your general where she drives you on Tuesday nights.
I just needed somebody to talk with.
Shark's fin suit indeed, Miss Peacock. Too bad your old cook couldn't keep quiet. If only she hadn't blabbed about your briberies, maybe you wouldn't have killed her just before joining us outside the billiard room. Now we know what really took you so long.
Circumstantial evidence will never hold up in a court of law.
But this notarized record from the cook shall. And Miss White, you weren't lying, were you? You really did hate Yvette.
Flames on the side of my face. For reading.
Okay, we get it. Here's a container holding fingerprints collected at the scenes of your previous murders.
I never murdered my husband's.
Fingerprints I'm sure the FBI will be able to match those found on the noose tied around Yvette's neck.
I wore gloves.
You mean these?
If it doesn't fit, we can quit.
And last but not least, Mr. Bobby Body.
It's Robert.
Robert?
Now, you didn't hate Yvette at all, did you, Mr. Body?
Depends what Miss Nick says.
Illicit green card love affair is just the icing on the cake of this FBI file here. An FBI file on the whole Body family. Your butler, the real Wadsworth, has been feeding us information for months on end. Talk about a real American.
She was British.
Do I care, honestly? Well, I see why you'd want to kill her, twice. Your shot missed her in the study, but she wisely played dead. And it wasn't until you caught her trying to escape that you bludgeoned her with the lead pipe I dropped on my way to the kitchen.
I mean, seriously, who just drops a murder weapon?
Yeah, really.
I said I didn't know it was a murder! Ugh. The whole Body family has been wanted for organized crime for generations, but they've always eluded the law. Until now. Tonight, this Body business has reached a dead end!
You leave my family's name out of this.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Vincent Paris, hold me.
Second wind! What up, girl? Can I get your number?
Nah, I'm gone. Alright, I got this. Don't worry. He's dead.
No! Yes!
You try.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. That's all I know.
I tell you, this has been the most exciting night I've had in such a long time. And now, you're all under arrest! Officers!
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John Brown come for you?
Here are the criminals you've been looking for, and I'm sure you'll find just the recordings of the confessions we've been waiting for in the billiard room.
All the tapes!
Alright, who done it?
She did it.
What if you?
They all did! But if you want to know who killed Mr. Body, it was me, Special Agent Larry Goodman, in the hall with my gun.
Well done, Goodman.
That's what he said.
All right, folks. That's how it really... Sorry.
FBI for what?
Okay, Chief, take him away. I'm going back to my home in Hardin County.
I can't go back to Randy's
I got a whole lot of money. Y'all it for me. Bottle keep popping that water bag. Jacking. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. My partner on my hood up on the drum. Roll up that line, I'm trying to get it done. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. I stepped in the club. There you go. Rolling up that lock. My keep on security said be quiet. My presence start a riot. The girls get excited. Hold on, wanna try it. I'm like, why not try it? My sweat they wanna buy it. My juice they wanna try it. Club going stupid. When I owe that dude. Jury gotta choose. Jugging and she moving. Road street dealing. Who you killing? Road 2 years ago, now I'm worth $1 million. Just into the ceiling. That's how we rollin'. You know that I'm rollin'. Pulling up a beamer. Now I'm off the meter. In the club with the whole lot of money. Y'all it for me. Bottle keep coming with a bad jacket. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. My partner on my hood up on the drum. Roll up that line, I'm trying to get it done. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
A party ain't a party till I walk in it. Lime green flag, match the fitted in the linen. Gucci shades on my face and my lens got a tinted. 'Cause my eyes real low and my head just start
I got a whole lot of money. Y'all it for me. Bottle